Hello and welcome to the OMFL Atlanta Falcons review. I'm your host, Mike Fleury, and in this week's game, we have the Carolina Panthers, the first of two against our division rival in Carolina. We are at Atlanta in this game. The key in this game is to stop his run game, period, or at least limit it as much as possible. He beat me both times last season. He killed me. So, we're gonna have to make sure that doesn't happen again. He's got obviously Jonathan Brooks. He's got a really good set of receivers, I believe, in Garrett Wilson, Mingo, Leggett. It's not going to be an easy stop. I think Okonkwo's out with injury, but don't quote me on that. He's got a good offense and he's got an even better defense. So we're going to have to really, really focus in this one. Do everything we can to keep drives going, get points on the board. It's going to be a defensive war probably. Whoever's defense shows up best will win. I want to say I'm optimistic, but I'm really not. I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose this one because he's just so good and he just destroyed me so much the last season. But I am hopeful that the changes in my offense are going to help. Gaffney's been really good for me this season so far. Even in my losses, he's been more than solid. So just hoping my offense continues taking a step forward, and we'll see what happens. So this is going to be a short intro. We're going to jump right into the game, the post-game wrap-up. So let's get into that. The game against the Panthers was crazy. Absolutely crazy. I feel kind of bad for the guy, if I'm honest. So basically, we are in the middle of a really, really good back and forth game. It's 17-14 entering half. I have a lead. I've been playing pretty well. My defense has been mostly okay. His defense has been pretty good, but we've been scoring points. He's had a couple breakdowns on defense that allowed some big plays. One to BTJ, one to Pitts. I'm feeling pretty good. The second half starts. Returning the kick. I get the ball in the second half. My returner jumps over somebody falling on the ground, gets hit in the air, fumbles. Great. He gets the ball, kicks a field goal, tie game. All right, fine. I get the ball back. I start working on trying to get the lead back because, I still feel pretty good about my offense, at least outside of, all of that. So I get the ball. I manage to get downfield, score a touchdown. All right, up 7. He gets the ball back. And then it's pick 6 by, I think, Chamari Connor. And I'm like, all right, 14-point lead. I can milk some clock out if I can get the ball back. Even if he scores here, I will still have a lead. I can get some clock. Pick 6 by Jerome Baker. Oh, okay. Okay, this is even better. More time. Even if he scores, even if I don't score, it doesn't really matter. I can milk a bunch of clock out. It's still early in the third quarter. Pick 6 by Marshawn Lattimore. And at this point, I'm like, okay, I don't know what's happening anymore. He had 4 interceptions total. He threw another one right after that to Owusu-Karama. So throws 3 pick sixes, then another interception on 4 straight drives. And at that point, I'm like, I don't understand what's happening anymore. I don't even know what to say to that. There was Connor jumped a route on man. Looks like the man coverage was about to fail, but he managed to come down, make a play. Awesome. I was trying to use it as safety, the other safety. So Baker, just kind of in the middle of the field, interception. Awesome. I called like a nickel man, but like with only 3 down rushers. I had one person in a spy, and because you're allowed to use a spy on somebody who's blitzing. And the other guy, Owusu Karama, just didn't. He was covering. The running back. The running back didn't leak out, so he's kind of just stayed in the middle of the field. That's where he was trying to go with the ball. Interception. Lattimore jumped a route, I think. Interception, pick 6. It was just. I was like, oh, okay. I only had 26 offensive plays in this game. Up until I scored the touchdown to take the lead before all the pick 6 started happening, I ran 3 offensive plays in the third quarter. That would have brought, I would have had at that point 11 rushes, 8 passes. That's where I was in the game. I didn't get the ball back until the end of the third quarter. I ran 7 more balls because at that point I feel bad about passing. It's a 28-point game. No, something like that. Like it's ridiculous. And then I get the ball after the last interception. I kick a field goal. So now it's like a 31-point game. I don't get the ball back. He takes the entire fourth quarter basically. But this was just like I want to be hyped because it's like a really good defensive game, but I have to really watch the replay because I don't know how much was me playing good defense, him making bad reads. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know how much I can take from this as like this was me playing great, like the top of my ability kind of football. So either way, it's a win. I didn't expect to win coming into this. I expected to take a huge L, but my defense showed up. They balled out. It was great. I think Leonard Williams had like 5 tackles for losses. Granted, a lot of that was probably near the end when he was just running the ball every play, but I don't know. It's one of those games where I don't know how much to take from it, but I'm going to take some joy in the editing, because you don't get games like this very often in this league. You don't get games where you just win and that's all there is to it. There was no, there was like, but at some point you were just kind of like, should we just like fake a disconnect so we can edit? You know what I mean? Like it was like getting really bad. He ran out the entire fourth quarter. He had the ball like 20 something minutes to like 12 for me. It's just, yeah, like I was going to report myself for not hitting the minimums, but Nate was like, don't worry about that. It was a blowout. Like you can leave that alone. BTJ had 3 catches for 130. One was a touchdown that I was allowed to get. He gave it to me because he had accidentally scrambled inside the 10 with his quarterback for a touchdown. That happens. I mentioned it to him. He's like, damn, all right, I'm going to give you a touchdown. We'll call it even. I was like, that's cool. So BTJ got some like 65 easy yards. Kyle Pitts had a really good game. He made a lot of catches early. I got a little worried that he was going to get too involved in the offense. I try not to give him too many passes. Turned out to be, because I had to stop passing, turned out to be 4-4. I got lucky. I don't have very many more tight end plays after the ones I called. But he was open on plays that I don't usually call for him, so I kind of had to throw him the ball. So yeah, it was just a crazy game. Anyways, we have Minnesota next. I gotta get this recording into the thing. I got a bunch of stuff to edit today, so hopefully I get a bunch of episodes out. But hopefully this episode goes out this weekend. Final score, since I forgot to mention it, 48-17. As I said, I don't know how much I'm going to take from it, but I'm going to enjoy it while this is my most recent game. I'm going to enjoy the win, enjoy beating Carolina for the first time in the South. So, anyways, that's all for me. For the OMFL Atlanta Falcons review, I'm Mike Fleury, and as always,